Hey y'all, this is the Kobe Bryant Film Room. What's up, man? Make sure you subscribe to the Behind the Bench Sports Network, man. Uh, Shout out to Rashad, JB, Jermaine, uh, uh, Big Dog. You know what I'm saying? Kelvin, our dog Kelvin. Uh, Make sure you check out their content as well on this channel, man. Like and subscribe, man. Share the video. Uh, where we trying to give y'all great content and to start your mornings off, start your afternoon. You know, if you want to go to work and drive, if that's what you do, you know, we got y'all. We got y'all with something to listen to, something to watch. And yeah, man, let's just enjoy ourselves here on this channel, man. Right, peace. So y'all, I wanted to focus on the All-Star game and how the All-Star game has been an absolute disgrace the last couple of years, um, all around, for its lack of competitiveness, right? And so I'm gonna bring to you and rehash your memory and bring to you a clip from the Knuckleheads podcast with Q Rich D Miles when they interviewed Kobe Bryant, right? The man who the All-Star game MVP is named after, right? And I'm gonna prove to you why the All-Star game is a disgrace to what Kobe Bryant stood for as a basketball player, right? So we're gonna listen to them, and then I'm gonna chime in.
One of your moments, my favorite moments of you is you come off the bench for the Lakers and you make the All-Star team. You playing, I think it's Madison Square Garden, and you playing against the Bulls, Michael Jordan. Yeah. Like that was one of the best All-Star games I ever seen in the history of the game. Like, what was, I want to know how you felt about like that moment. You going against your idol, who's on the other team. You get a chance to, you thinking that Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel and Shaq, they automatically finna make the All-Star game, and you make it too, to be a part of that group. Like, what did that moment like feel for you?
It was a huge honor. Like when you see the votes tallying up, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm a starter on this team. I'm gonna start my own team. You know.
And so speaking of that, right? Kobe Bryant made the All-Star team in his second season, right? He was the youngest basketball player ever, right? You know what I'm saying? And he was the youngest player ever to make the All-Star game, right? So Kobe Bryant was um, new to everything, right? He was coming off the being six man of the year runner up, right? And some people believe he should have won the award. To me, it really doesn't matter about the award, right? To me, it really doesn't matter because an award is just an award, right? People choose who they're gonna choose, right? Danny Manning actually won the All-Star game, not the All-Star game, the Six Man of the Year award that season in '98, which he was deserving of, right? But Kobe led all bench players in scoring off the bench. So nobody outscored Kobe. I think Danny Manning was around 13 points per game. Kobe was like around 15 something, right? Now keep in mind, right? I had people come in my comment section and say, well, Kobe, he won't that good and he ain't deserved to make the All-Star team. And I told him, I said, yo, that's your opinion, right? But if you look at the amount of minutes he played compared to the amount of minutes Eddie Jones played, because Eddie Jones was the all-star in front of him. Nick Van Exel was the all-star in front of him, right? If you look at the minutes that they played more minutes. So Eddie Jones averaged about 17 a game? Kobe was coming off the bench, giving you like 15.5 or something like that. Damn near 16 points a game. Off the bench in less minutes, right? And we're talking about a seasoned vet where Eddie Jones made the All-Star team, right? Eddie Jones was an All-Star. And Eddie Jones was a do-it-all player. You know what I mean? Defense. He could shoot the ball. He was athletic, right? So the thing is that, bro, anybody give you that many points off the bench deserves to be the All-Star, especially when you arguably should have won the Sixth Man of the Year award, right? So that was an earned spot. It wasn't given, y'all. Like, people are trying to rewrite history and say that it was given. Now, was there fan voting? Yes. But there's fan voting now, right? So we're just going to dismiss people just because of that one thing. So I just wanted to give you a background of the history of that.
Like, it became very serious to me because I didn't want to make it seem like I was just some bubblegum player.
Yeah.
Popularity got me in there. It was like, hold on, no, I can hoop. You know, so I wanted to prove, like, you know, I belong here, sort of thing.
Doubt.
And, you know, the hype of going up against Mike was, okay, let's go. Show me. Like,
now, how many players said that back then? Like, bro, if y'all watched basketball back then and were in tune with the things that was going on in the league back then, you know that Mike was probably the most feared player in the history of basketball, right? Like, who comes, especially an 18-year-old, who comes in there saying, I want smoke with Mike? Nobody, right? So here you got a young kid who wants all of the beef with Mike, trying to prove himself, right? Trying to prove his greatness and try to earn his spot in the league. This is why the award was named after this man.
My whole life, show me. Like, I want to see this. Everybody calling you Black Jesus and all this other crap. Like, you have to show me, man. And I went out there and we went head up. And, you know, I think his respect and appreciation for me really grew that day because you saw on the biggest stage, I didn't shy away from that confrontation. I looked forward to that confrontation.
Absolutely.
And, you know, George Karl, which, you know, later in years became my motivation when we played against Denver, to never let them win a playoff series because he didn't play me the whole fourth quarter of that game.
I don't know that.
And so that's actually a freeze out, right? Because they thought that you got to wait your turn, right? Kobe wanted everything right then and there. That was their message, like, hey, yo, you got to wait your turn. This is a veterans league. Sorry. You know, that was the idea back then, yo. Just giving you the perspective of what giving you the train of thought of the players and coaches back then.
I'm saying, because me and Mike went at it, you know, for 3 quarters, and then in the fourth quarter, the crowd was waiting for me to get back in there, and he benches me the whole fourth.
I remember that.
And it was like, okay.
Every time I see you get this work.
It's on site.
And he got work.
So when we played the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs, it was like, hold on, yo, you will never beat me in the playoff series.
And they never beat him in the playoff series, yo. He bust their ass.
All your wings got you to blame for this.
Yeah, it's not
all the wings. It's y'all. It's his fault.
I was so pissed.
So I always respected that you came in as a rook, and you know, as a big name superstar rook type, and you jumped into the dunk contest, and you jumped on that stage. You know what I'm saying? You handled it. You won it, did your thing. What do you think about some of the superstars nowadays is not being in the dunk? Cause you know, like you like us, we grew up watching
Jordan and
Mike
Dominique.
The greats was the ones that were putting on the show. And I'm not saying that I don't want to see some of these other boys, because nowadays some of these other boys got crazy hops too. But I'm saying, like, I would like to see our superstars. If you one of those crazy athletes, forget about all that, your brand, or I don't want to lose. And then go put on a show. Like Aaron Gordon, Levine, them did, like how MJ and Don. If you a superstar and you got bounce, go do it.
Yeah. Before Kobe gets started with his response to that, I just want to chime in and say, yo, Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine put on an absolute show. In my opinion, one of the greatest dunk contests of all time. And I got a lot of respect for them boys actually going at it and bringing competition back. And for all you fans out there who get mad at us for criticizing LeBron James, I want you to watch that Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine dunk contest. That was competition. That's what we want. If you win or you lose, we don't care. We just want you to perform. We want you to show out. It's for the fans. This is the reason why you're getting voted in. For the fans, y'all. For us. Play hard for us. Whatever happened to giving the people what they want to see? We got to see Vince Carter back in the day, y'all. We got to see Steve Francis, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, Dr. J, all these guys in the dunk contest, y'all. Show out and give us something that we never seen before. Some of the dunks that they've done, they never even tried it in a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just thought of it on the fly. Like, y'all got to understand, when LeBron came in, he was the one who changed it, right? And this is why we talk about the competition aspect of basketball. He changed the standard and say, nah, you know what? I'm going to protect my brand. And so he never competed. And look, I've seen LeBron, his pregame dunks. He could dunk, right? And I'm pretty sure the voters would probably just gave it to him anyways. But at least we got to see it. You know what I mean? At least we got to see it. Like, to me, that fear of competition, like for some of these players, man, it just kills the game. It kills the spirit of the game. So let's continue. Let's hear Kobe Bryant's response on this.
I agree, and I think the All-Star game in general needs a little revamping because it used to be competitive.
Yeah,
It used to be competitive, and like, you know, fans want to see the
Give us
best
something.
game in the world.
Give us
That's
something.
what this is. They want to see you running up and down and dunking and doing all this crazy. Like, they want to see what happens when you get this collection of best basketball players on the planet, and they play and they go head up against each other.
man,
I mean, you guys play harder at a pickup game in UCLA.
for real.
And that's a fact. And it's like, yo, guard each other, bro. We're not asking y'all to hack because, you know, nobody wants anybody to get hurt. But we want y'all to guard each other, bro. You the best player on the planet. Prove it. That, bro, back in the day, you had to prove you were the best player on the planet. Winning wasn't just enough. Winning the game didn't mean you were the best player. You had to prove it. Every time Michael Jordan was on the floor, he wanted to prove he was the biggest dog. Every time Kobe Bryant was on the floor, he wanted to prove he was the biggest dog. That's why we love the NBA. Rivalries, competition.
Billions of people watch
For
them.
real.
They do.
You know what I'm saying?
They do.
They gotta turn
The
it
All-Star
up.
game needs a little changing. I always love competing in them. I didn't lose many of them.
Nah,
me
you
and
was
CP
one
used to talk
of
all the time about
the ones. You took it serious.
We went, like, I don't think me and CP, when we played together in the All-Star game, I don't think we've ever lost a game.
Yeah.
And look, I want y'all to think about this. Part of that was because the West was super stacked. But I want y'all to think about this, right? These guys are talking to the youngest player ever to make an All-Star game, right? They're talking about the guy who won All-Star game MVP 4 times, the most ever, tied with Bob Pettit, right? You're talking about a guy who competed hard in All-Star games. Everybody would ask, why is he playing so hard? It's just the All-Star game. Oh, this game don't even mean nothing. That's the problem, y'all. That's the attitude that the players have. That this game doesn't mean nothing, and you get a bad product on the floor. Guys are literally just walking up the court, moving out the way, just throwing it off the glass, and they throw down a dunk, but it's not entertaining. That's why the people stopped watching. The dunk contest this year, let me ask y'all a question. With the dunk contest, who's in it? I don't even know who's in it, and I don't even care. So you got a guy on your screen right now who competed in the rookie challenge, competed in the dunk contest. He won the dunk contest, right? He went all out and took full advantage of the All-Star game experience, All-Star weekend, the All-Star weekend experience, y'all. He took full advantage of it, right? So when we talk about that Mamba mentality, we're just talking about giving it all you got. It's not about being winning all the time, right? We want to win, but it's about competing, bro. You might get, who knows, a dude might cross you up, right? But Bro, like that's the spirit of competition. Come back on the other side of the floor, get them back. Right? So you talk about somebody who did it all in the All-Star games. 20 seasons, right? 19 of them. You know what I'm saying? Putting in work. Getting the torch from Michael Jordan in 03 officially. You know, as Michael was heading out the league. You know what I mean? Transitioning. You know, Kobe was the best player, but he was transitioning from the Mike era to the Kobe era officially. You know what I mean? As a torch bearer. Right? Later on, it became LeBron. But I felt like those players did not carry on that tradition, and they should have. Because now we're begging for competition. And so all you fans out there, you LeBron fans out there, notice when we criticizing them to improve the game for y'all, to improve the quality of the product. It's suffering. And I don't even think you could debate or dispute this. It's not hate, it's the truth.
And we used to look at each other and say, okay,
Going serious. They don't want to play, we gonna play.
Fourth quarter, let's go get them.
Yeah. And ask you this, and like we played.
Okay, so that's the end of that clip, man. I just wanted to kind of bring you back memory lane and just to get my thoughts on that, man. The All-Star game, I think it's back to East versus West. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to be wrong on anything, but East versus West, right? Maybe that'll bring a little bit of more rivalry in it than just choosing who you want to play with, right? And there's nothing wrong with a pickup game where you're choosing who you want to play with, but it kind of sometimes it's been a little lopsided because of injuries and things like that. Let's make sure it's the All-Star game's even as the, so now the league is balanced. The East is got All-Stars and the West has gotten All-Stars. There's no really, a crazy imbalance there. But man, competition is important to me. And that's how I judge players based on the competitive nature. Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, boys put on. We don't know who's in the dunk contest. At least I don't. I don't know who's in the dunk contest, who's in the three-point contest. We used to care about these things. Well, I seen Desmond Mason, Vince Carter, Jason Richardson. We used to see like dudes go out like stars, bro. Dwight Howard used to be in it. You know what I mean? I mean, we're going from seeing the cream of the crop to just dudes off the bench somewhere. Like, who is this dude? Like, he gets, 3 minutes a game? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. To y'all players out there, give us a show. That's why you're there. You're there to be celebrated, but you're also there to give the fans, show the fans your appreciation. Give us a show. Try. Put some effort in. Play defense, man. After all, you're making millions of dollars. But this is the Kobe Bryant Film Room, man. The All-Star Game has been an absolute disgrace and a shameful event, particularly the dunk contest. Bring it back, y'all. Stop BSing us and bring it back to how it used to be. This is Kobe Bryant Film Room. I'm out.